everything have for a reason. You can't expect it.
Everything has its purpose, man.
Yeah, to not be for a reason. So,
well, first let me just start by saying, I'm super proud of this gentleman, Noochie, man. Rory, you've been talking about it for a minute, getting down here, to the front porch and just chopping it up with Noochie. Been following him for years. What you've been able to do with this is incredible, man. Like this is like so motivational on so many levels. It's so necessary, and it just feels so good because we come from this. You know what I mean? Like is who never sat on the porch. You know what I mean? If you never sat on the porch, I don't even want to be around you. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's something wrong with you.
God rest the dead. Cliff Dixon put me on the Noochie.
Damn.
I can't even remember what year. Maybe 2014, 15.
Man, shout out to Cliff, man.
Somewhere around that time, he had posted you, and I just kept up with what you were doing on the rap tip. And we stayed in touch through DM here and there. This front porch thing has been one of the greatest organic live performance things I've seen on YouTube, period.
Thank you, man. I appreciate both of y'all. Like, as somebody just a fan of the industry, the fan of just the culture and just all aspects of it. Like, bro, I was in here watching both of y'all, like, in the house, like, just, like, waiting for, you know what I'm saying, just see what y'all about to talk, just y'all take on, like, what's going on and just to hear it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, okay, they get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to listen to people that get it. And I feel like it's so few that get it. Even though it's a lot of us, but it's like it's few in comparison.
Oh, it's a lot of voices.
Yeah.
But it's very few that get it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
It's very few that get it, and just to be embraced by the people that you feel like get it, and just that you were a fan of, and just inspired by in many other ways too. And just like even the taste that y'all have, and just even to come up in the realm that y'all in. Like just to see that too, and like to pretty much be in the content game, and just like I ain't gonna say I'm winging it, but this is like uncharted territory for me, and it feel like, all right, we making it happen. But I've been able to see y'all do it. I've been able to see Rap City. I've been able to see all these things do. I've been able to see Tiny that's like do it, and now it's like, okay, I can pull from all these things and make something.
You got something to add to it.
I can figure out where just my love for music makes sense, because that's what I got from like the podcast. Like they just love music, and just fans of the game the same way people are fans of like WWE, just like invested. Like, and I feel the same way about it.
And being an artist, and you went through the label system as well, and then you did the independent thing too. Trying to pivot to exist in the content game while also being an artist is kind of, I think, necessary for any up and coming artist right now. How did you decide to even make the pivot of like, all right, I need to focus fully on what they're doing on YouTube, not just what I'm doing in the booth and releasing music on DSPs?
What's crazy, my man Joey, actually right there, he been since I met him, he been telling me, bro, you got to get to YouTube popping. You got to get to YouTube popping. Like, and I just wasn't focused on, like, I'm trying to make music. Like, I'm not really trying to I got to do videos. Like, I have to do music videos. Like, that's my thought process. I have to do these things. But it's like the game has changed so much that it's like you have to blend. They have to coexist.
You got to be willing to try.
You can rap and sing.
And things that you didn't even like, think you were able to do. And sometimes we get in our own way. We overthink, overanalyze. Everything got to be perfect. Sometimes you just got to get it started and then figure it out along the way. I think it's a lot of beauty in that. I saw a clip earlier on Twitter. They were showing a clip of the first UFC fight ever.
I seen
when
that.
I tell you that shit was terrible,
crazy.
It was the worst shit. It was one of the worst shit.
That concept sounds nuts.
Yeah, but
out the gate. Yeah.
But that goes to show sometimes you got to have an idea and just get it started, and then as you go, you tweak it, you make adjustments. But then once you get to a place where you look back, it's like, wow, I built this. Now you have people coming to the porch that when you first started this, you probably thought wasn't even possible. Now they reaching out to you. They want to come kick it with you. They want to come to the porch, come to the hood, pull up. You know what I mean? The neighbors, everybody get to see people now. Like, this is super organic and super dope what you're doing.
Hey, man, it's crazy for real, because like you said, just starting it. When I started this, I was signed to Atlanta. Like you said, I was going through the label situation. I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and I was in the process of leaving them. And it wasn't like, I was signed to Atlantic at the time, and a bad split. Like, it was amicable. Like, it wasn't like I feel like fuck the label, no shit like that. It was just like, okay, like when like a breakup or something. Like, you might not hate each other, but
Right.
this ain't what we supposed to be doing.
Right.
But at that point, I'm like, all right, I still need people to hear me, but I wasn't off the label yet. So I'm like, all right, how can I just want to be judged. Like, I feel like my shit is good enough as anybody else. I just want people to hear it and, you know what I'm saying, speak right in the comments for other people to see it. Just speak for yourself.
Right.
So I came right here with a phone and a speaker and was just freestyling and was just going like that. And I started doing that. Like, it wasn't really no schedule. Like, I just do it whenever I felt like I had something good enough or like I felt a beat. I was just moved and felt like it was time to give a PSA. And people were always asking for it. And then that was like 2017, 18. Fast forward last year, me and my man Tyler, he hit me up and he was like, he do videos, but I was like, man, I'm trying to do a video. He was like, nah, I'm trying to do something else. I was like, all right, well, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's bring the production value on this up because people are asking for it. And I think if we do it weekly, it'll be something. Like, people be tuned in. And like, I'm out the label situation now. Like, I could do my own, I could do original music, I could whatever. So, and once we back the camera up, I'm like, oh, it's enough space up here to put a band up here.
Yeah.
We put the drums up here, and I was like, I could do original songs. Like, okay, this is a thing. And then we pretty much just ran with it from there. And then I made the call to Big G, a backyard band, and was like, man, I need you to come do this. Because I really wanted him over here for a birthday party. I'd be having big-ass parties over here.
Yeah.
And I wanted backyard band over here for a birthday party. And I was like, you know what, let me not be selfish since I got this platform. Let me let everybody see it. And that was pretty much how the guest thing started. It was just me not wanting to just hold the performance to myself.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
let me let
You wanted to
everybody
share the
see
platform.
it. And then after that happened, floodgates open.
No, but like this, I need people to understand how organic. Like, your neighbor, Rory was telling me, he was ready to cut his lawn, and he asked if you was ready to shoot to let him know because he'll cut the lawnmower off. Like, this is some real organic. This is real shit.
Yeah.
This ain't
No.
like a prop. This
He
is
just
like
cut.
people really live here in this community doing their thing, and you out here with the speaker, the cameras, music playing, and the neighbors are like cool for the most part, except homie over here. Yo, stop tripping. I don't know his name. You gotta stop tripping.
He said
We'll
he's got to
send
bring him
some-
a bottle of wine. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
we'll
he
send
be
him.
cool,
Let
man.
us know. We'll send him a case of some of his favorite wine, man, to cool him out a little bit.
He said he liked jazz too. His son told me he liked jazz, so I'm gonna get Robert Glasper come through. I'm gonna tell him
Oh,
pull
see,
up.
there you see now. You see, that's
You know
what you
what
got
I'm
to
saying?
do.
I'ma
Have
do
him,
that.
have him come by, sit right here.
Yeah.
Pull his truck up. Just
Exactly.
anything
tell
get
him
out
to
the
bring his
truck.
horn.
Exactly.
Roll it up.
Exactly.
Why I think this conversation was actually so important to do is you're coming from two perspectives from the YouTube space. You're an artist and you're also a content creator. And I'm sure there's so many people listening that want to cut into this space as content creators and artists and are having trouble like everybody else. It's the game is flooded. The shit is completely fucked up. What have you felt like the difference has been in the decisions you've made in growing this in an organic way that would be good advice to other content creators and other artists that are trying to get their music to pop? You be the nicest rapper on earth. If you don't know how to sell your shit on YouTube or on Reels or on TikTok, you're fucked.
For sure.
You've looked at it from two sides and been successful, and that's why I was really wanted to talk to you about it because there's so many people trying to cut through to the shit.
I'll just say, in both aspects of it, I study the people that's the best in music, first and foremost, because that's why I feel like, all right, if you want to be one of the best artists, you have to do all these things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me work on. When I work out, like I'm looking at the studio as the gym or wherever I'm writing music as the gym, I'm working out my lyricism, my metaphors, my storytelling, my notes, my melodies, my hooks, my all these things I have to work on. So with this content creation, you have to look at the best. You look at somebody like Mr. Beast, who's like, this dude is like, his content is ridiculous. I look at y'all. I look at even stuff that before social media was a thing, because TV was just social media, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and radio is social media, like all these things are social media. So Rap City and 106 in Park and Tiny Desk and Tonight Show and the BET Awards, the Grammys, all these things. I just like, okay, what about this do we like, and then figure out, okay, how can I not put my spin on it, but like how can I pick my quality up in what I do to that level.
Right.
And everybody that I got like that's in the yard right now that work on this is people that I've been knowing for years, and we just, even if we wasn't doing this, we'd fuck with each other.
Right.
It just so happened that we all know production, and we all done worked on some major shit, and it's like, all right, we just dedicated to, all right, let's focus on this. We understand that it's not about music. Like Joey was saying, it's not about music videos. You need YouTube. We're in the independent era. So it's like YouTube is kind of the most independent platform out of all of them when you think about it, because you can have your own following on it. You have your own ecosystem just within YouTube. So
they still don't pay us like they need to, but
for sure.
That's another fight we got to, get
for
over.
sure. We got to keep fighting, but it's definitely the most friendly space when it comes to somebody that is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Somebody that is a content creator, somebody that has their own following. You go to YouTube and you can pretty much do whatever. And like, if I was getting paid what I was getting paid on YouTube, what I was on Instagram,
right,
we'd be having,
Right.
I have another porch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a really good point.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I think that's also something to talk about when it comes to like brand deals, because YouTube definitely, we need to overcharge for what they did to the Cold Crush. When it comes to YouTube, that's just another fight. Having that community, at least the brand deal situations, how did that feel once you started having brands reach out to get involved with this, of like, maybe I actually have something going on?
Oh nah, for sure. Once I got called by the Wizards, I was like, all right, cool. I felt like I was
Something's
in 2K.
happening. Yeah.
I was in 2K. I thought about all the times I played 2K, and I was sitting at the table and trying to make the team better and like figure out like what they need me to do. And I really had to go sit down with the Wizards, and I was like, they was talking about performances and like, all right, I'm in there talking about like what the team doing. I'm like, man, Poole need to stop tripping like Kuzma like. I'm like, what y'all do? I couldn't even.
You felt like you were at Rose Bar yelling at John Wall, like, yo, go
sure.
back to the court.
That's how I feel. That's how I felt with Chase Young. I'm so mad that Chase Young gone. Like, I wanted Chase Young to grow and be like a Washington football like legend. Yeah. But I kept seeing him out all the time. And not to say that was the issue, because he's still in the league. It's just him still doing. But like, I wanted that. Like, I'm such a hometown dude that like even with this, it's like it just makes sense.
Right.
Like, I just had to be. I was so worried about the representation, and I was tired of how people were representing or like what I was hearing about it, and I was like, I gotta do something. Let me come over here. Let me record and let me mix y'all shit and let me see how it sound over here.
Were you conflicted though? You've been focused on your rap career for so long and had success, to kind of disattach yourself about it being all about you and bringing other people onto the porch to make it more of a platform rather than your visuals. Like, was that a tough thing to figure out? On some ego shit?
Not really, cause I'm like a fan first of like, just like I said, the culture, the music. Like, I appreciate other stuff so much that it wasn't really a thought when I was like, okay, I have the realm to do this now, and like, I could play. Like, y'all heard what I was playing before. Like, I like music. I appreciate it. So once I seen that it could be here, it wasn't even a question. I'm like, we need it here. And it was more so like once I got out of high school, like, I didn't go to college because I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. So I went to go learn how to audio engineer. So I was an engineer like early, like in the game. Like, I was mixing all my own stuff early, and I was mixing like some of the shittiest dudes. Like, my clientele just, I ain't gonna say they suck, but it was like none of them are rapping now. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't dedicated. They was just booking studio time to book it, which I appreciate money-wise. But like, as somebody, like, it hurt me to record them and be like, hey, I'm adding this shit to the ecosystem. Like, damn, like, ugh. Yeah. But now it's like, okay, I just had Ruben started over. I just had Selena Johnson tweet Benny the Butcher, and I get to mess with, like, that's the audio I get to record now. It's like, I'm more excited about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure you were a better engineer because of the shitty artists.
Oh, no, for sure.
If you could mix their stuff,
Bruh.
I think mixing Benny would be a little easier.
Yeah. Stacking a artist that can't rap and can't stay on beat and mixing his vocals, once Benny come in, it's pretty simple.
And one take ain't no one more time.
Right.
I've been one more time to death. Like, I got trust with you because of one more time. Like, one more time.
That's funny.
One more time. One more time.
Bringing up like Selena Johnson and Tweet and Ruben Studdard, all legends in their own right in the moments that they've had. But if we're looking at this whole live performance thing and who are your actual competitors now, as far as colors and NPR, everything they're doing. How has that approach worked for you when you're not trying to chase just the biggest names, just understanding culturally what people are going to gravitate to? Like when you told me when I walked in that you had Ruben Studdard, I was like, I cannot wait to hear Sorry for 2004 immediately. Because that's where I think a lot of the corporation live performance shit is missing right now. Yeah, it's great that you can go get the biggest name ever to come do your shit, but does that really resonate? Because we already see those names all the time. It's not really a cultural thing.
Yeah, I look at like DJ Khaled albums sometimes and like the lineup, and I'm like, why does it have to be the current? Who's the hottest right now? Like you DJ Khaled, you got the reach to get whoever you want, from the oldest to the newest. You could do whatever. So, and he do it sometimes, but like just the overall thing is like the same lineup sometimes. But I felt like with us, it's like we just appreciate. I took it from a DJ point of view. Like if I'm DJing any certain type of party, I can play this artist and they're gonna appreciate it. It don't necessarily gotta be new or old. It's like I look at music the same way somebody would look at the Mona Lisa. They say it's a masterpiece. It's not old. They don't say it's old. It's an old ass painting. They say this is a masterpiece. The same way you look at like Earth, Wind and Fire music. You don't say this. Some people don't say it's old. Some people do say it's old ass music. But some people just say this is timeless music. So I feel like we have timeless artists. We got timeless music and timeless things of the culture that we don't embrace enough. That I felt like, all right, now I got the ball in my court. People are paying attention. And it's like I always had this love for us and what we do, and just been so like involved in like just the cult, like just cared about it so much that I'm like, all right, I can do some things here now. Right. So just like Ruben doing Sorry for 2004 in 2024 is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
On the porch where we all like came, we was watching him on American Idol in the house, and then we came right here. Probably we was chilling and talking about it or whatever, and now it's just a thing. So it's like we kind of just blending us with the content game and the music game, and which I feel like we are deprived of. Yeah. Like I don't feel like R&B is represented the way it should be or the right way it could be. Like most of the artists of our favorite, like the songs that we consider like the greatest R&B songs are still alive. Yeah. The producers that produce them still alive. Most of them still tour, they still perform, they still sound good. Yeah. Producers probably got new ideas that probably sound better than what's being put out now. But it's like, for some reason, that isn't promoted or that's shunned for some reason. So I'm like, okay, if I got the ball, let me see what happened when that isn't the case. And then like I just seen Selena Johnson just do 1 million in like 2 days, and without doing All Falls Down, right? And just coming over here performing. So I'm like, okay, somebody was missing something.
Yeah, that's such a dope. Like when you put it that way, like being in the house, watching these artists, on TV and at these shows and their videos, and then now you come out the door and they're right here on the porch performing these same records. Like it's such a, incredible just flip and point of view. Like, yeah, I was watching y'all here on the screen, and now y'all coming to the house, pulling up and performing these same records live at the front porch. Like that's just an incredible thing to witness. That's a testament to perseverance, consistency, having a plan and sticking to it, and not getting swayed, when you don't see immediate results and you don't get the big names coming through. Like you said, all it takes is one.
For sure.
But you have to start on the idea that you have and get it going in order to get to that one. So
100%. I always go back to how I started. It was just freestyling. Like I just came out because I wanted to be heard, and I didn't know, I didn't want somebody else to, reap the benefits of just work that I was putting in without me knowing how that's going to operate. And that was the birth of that. And then, so I'm not going to monetize at all because I just love what the fuck is going on. And now it's like, all right, you see how that comes full circle, and that's cool.
And it resonated in off mic. We were just talking about the ecosystem and wanting to contribute in a positive way all the time. This to me has been proof that live music is still the #1 thing on earth.
Absolutely.
Like we could do all the bullshit on TikTok, YouTube, everything. No matter what, I get it. That gets all the clicks in the fucking world. Yeah. But we have this porch and live music, and it's 1 million views in 2 days.
Insane.
It gives me more hope for the fucking world when this type of shit like actually
sure.
works out. And having other artists now that it does pop, you're gonna have people reach out. Maul and I in the podcast space are conflicted sometimes with stuff, right? We'll have artists that we like, but we know it probably won't be a good conversation. So sometimes they don't make sense as a guest. Then there'll be artists that we hate their music, but we think it'll be a good conversation. So we may have them on. Is your taste value always going to have to define this front porch?
I'm not gonna lie. As of right now, just the trajectory has been going on, and how it, and me just going off of, all right, do I like this? I ask the people around me, do y'all like this?
Yeah.
All right. If we like it, all right, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
If we get like majority rules that it's not, then all right, cool. If the play is that, all right, if we do this artist, then maybe we'll get this artist.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, if it's not gonna get better because the lesser known artist came and did it.
Right.
So if the bigger artist would have did it already,
Mm-hmm.
let's just hold out till they do it. Because
Right.
I don't really want to be. That was, when you asked earlier about, it was a question about just advice, like don't whore it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it. Because like I felt like if I would have accepted all the money and everything that people done try to reach out and pay to come over here and be part of, then I don't think y'all over here right now. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I
No, it
don't,
makes sense.
because the quality is not, it's not as amazing. I don't think when I post a video and it says in the comments, damn, Front Porch don't ever miss. Y'all ain't missed yet. Y'all ain't missed. And we only been doing it a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, I got a duty to not miss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, I can't miss. And that's why I say I'm DJing. Because if I'm DJing, it don't ever stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm DJing, the next song, the BPM got to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I got the mic, I got to bring it in a certain way. Or something has to be done. I can't stop. And that's how I feel right now. Like I feel like this whole, at first it was just whoever was a fan of me. And just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that my fan base was being fed while I was in the situation, and I didn't know how it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was like, all right, this is what I'm doing is like a certain type of thing that everybody can't do, and it's not appreciated by when everybody try to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I'm doing it for them too. And then once I do it with the production, I'm like, all right, I'm doing it for the people that make content too, like just to show them like how it's done, and like how my guys is everybody that's out here work on major productions. So it's like I just want to be representation across the board, man, of like quality shit.
Right.
So it's like once you bring in over the payola people, the quality goes down, because it's like it don't, just because you got money don't mean you good at music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's no correlation at all.
The money will find you.
For sure.
It'll find you.
It's never been an issue for me, because I'm like, all right, that shit gonna come out as supposed to, bro. Niggas done been through way worse, and
Made it
you know
out.
what I'm saying?
Made it happen.
For sure.
As a creator, first of all, I appreciate you showing me your whiteboard, because as creators, you know, a lot of us don't do that. We don't like to show.
Nah, fact. I don't show everybody.
And what's on. So yeah, I appreciate you showing me that. You had one name in particular I pointed at on that whiteboard, and there was a lot of great artists that you have in your vision for Front Porch that you that I know you'll get to, and that they'll be here eventually. But it was one name in particular that jumped out immediately out of you probably got 150 names on that board. Stevie Wonder.
For sure.
That's somebody that I've been talking about on my platform for years. Stevie is the epitome of music, of culture, arguably the greatest artist that has ever lived. And I always fuck with BET, because I'm like, yo, y'all give all these dudes Lifetime Achievements Awards. I seen New Edition, no disrespect to New Edition, I seen them get a Lifetime Achievement Award before Stevie. Now, Stevie got an award because a lot of people like, well, the first year they did the BET Awards, they did honor Stevie. It wasn't called Lifetime Achievement Award. I forgot what it was called, but they kind of honored him with an award. But I'm like, no. The same way you bring out artists and salute and do renditions of these other acts and give them their flowers in front of, you know, everybody that's watching. Because it would be a tragedy for us, God forbid, to lose Stevie and then try to put together some type of, you know, celebration of him at the, like, while he's here, while we have him. BET.
While he can see it.
While he can see it.
For sure.
BET needs to give Stevie Wonder his proper Lifetime Achievement Award celebration. And I do see one day Stevie Wonder pulling up to the front porch.
The piano. I'm gonna need the talk box. I need him go crazy. I need him come out here and go crazy.
Yeah.
And I need not just BET, because Stevie transcends the age. He transcends the race. He transcends the era.
He breaks
like all of them need to honor him. Mm-hmm. All of them need to let him come out there and give it, you know what I'm saying, all he got. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, while we still got him, for sure.
Absolutely.
And not even like, that's just a terrible way to even think about, but just, you know what I'm saying, we want to appreciate it, and then it's just certain ways where you can't appreciate it the same way somebody else could.
Right.
Like, I can't do what the BET Awards could do in my head. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, nah.
Oh, no, you can.
Now it's like, nah.
You
like,
definitely can.
This is where it's going to be appreciated.
Absolutely.
I love all this positivity. And I think Front Porch has been so much.
Soon as people start with that, here comes some negativity. All right, let's get to it.
All right, maybe not negativity. This platform started out with you freestyling, just straight rap. And I love the positive direction that it's completely taken. But what happens when someone wants to come on Front Porch to get their diss record off? And this is no longer the positive live band,
he already got cameras and shit. So then,
like,
you know what I'm saying, that changes because you got cameras already. Now you bring somebody up here to do a diss record. Now you indirectly got beef with the artist that he was dissing, because it's like, yo, he was on your platform dissing me.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
well, listen,
granted, this is a rap platform at the end of the day. This is our rap shit.
I'm gonna be honest. I was the first person to use it as a diss platform, so I'm not even against it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not against it at all. If it's, you got some shit to get off your chest, you got some, you know what I'm saying, you got a conversation you want to have, you usually have it on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, come outside, holler at me real quick. That's usually what it is. So hey, you gotta come outside, holler at somebody real quick. This is what you should do with that. Only the quality shit though, not just.
Yeah, you can't just come up here doing any and everything.
Not just the ops. Not just the op shit. We need. I want, like, you know what I'm saying. Nigga ain't gonna die behind it. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying. Like, if J. Cole want to come do his response, or Drake want to do his response, or Kendrick want to do the full whatever he gonna do, or Future want to come do it. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
Come do it. You know what I'm saying.
Because I mean, everything 10, 15 years ago used to go to radio when they wanted to get freestyle off,
they had something
wanted to get their subs off, like, and granted, I think, like, I love platforms like Leakers, but that to me has felt like more of a rollout for people to just do freestyle shit to plug their album, which is great, and I love it. But I do miss the platforms that people did just show up to get bars off in the intention to offend every rapper that is around them. And now that we're moving into the YouTube live performance space, platforms like On the Porch, I think, are designed for the next generation when they want to get some shit off. Can't put it on DSPs, rap over someone else's beat, but this is something that everyone's going to recognize behind me, so it's a moment in that regard. I'm here for all the rappers to diss each other on this fucking porch.
I mean, look at Rap City. Look at Rap City, how many classic Jones where you got both, you have both of the initial attack and you have the response on the same platform. You done seen it a bunch of times, and I'm not saying it like I'm picking sides, because I'm just giving you the mic.
Right.
You know I'm saying, I'm Sennheiser. I'm sure. I'm just giving you the.
I'm
amps.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? JBL.
You're right.
Do you think, like, rappers look at platforms now, like, again, On the Radar or this, of like, nah, I can't go up there and just do some diss shit. Like, that's not what this is made for.
That's definitely not what this is made for. But like I said, bro, this wasn't even on purpose. So I don't know what this was made for at this point, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm just going with the flow. Like, I got, like, my dreams and aspirations for it now. But, like, as far as, like, how I got here, it's not expected at all. Like, like, I thought my dad would be right here. He's sitting behind the cell. You got to watch it whenever he can get the iPad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't think it was going to be like this, but I knew it was going to be something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's going. And
I mean,
you got to get your shit off, That's how I feel.
You said earlier, just winging it. The value of winging it with, like, some intention is the best strategy, especially with stuff like this. Like, you have no idea what it's going to be.
For sure.
At all. You have to just let shit rock. So
But
you
I
can
think-
figure out and get the information, because you may have one intention on how you want to start something, but let 6 months pass. You learn about your audience. You learn about what works, what doesn't. You could take a whole pivot on what you're passionate about with this entire thing. Winging it, I think, is actually a great piece of advice to people. Figure this shit out.
Winging it when you have, like with Noochie, he's been through it. You know, he was signed. He had a record deal. He was making music. He, you know, started engineering and recording vocals and things like that. All of that was prep for this.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know what I'm saying? All of that was prep for something else. And as creators, sometimes when you feel stuck and you don't know what's next, you have to take everything that you've done, you know, in your entire life and look at it and know that, yo, I'm equipped. I'm capable of, you know, doing things. I just have to find that one thing and channel all of this into that. And that's going to get me to another level. And I think, you know, Noochie, what you've been able to do is a testament of going through what you've been through, your experiences in the crib, now on the front porch.
For sure. And it's like in real time, like it's tripping me out, this y'all right here. For sure. Like it's crazy
Nah,
shit.
we when we knew we was coming down here, we had our show last night at the Howard Theater. Shout out to everybody that came out.
I'm mad I missed that. For sure. I thought that shit was this whole time.
I mean, but
thought it was
you've
tonight.
seen us there before.
Nah,
That
for
ain't-
sure.
that ain't-
I thought it was tonight though.
Yeah.
I'd have loved to been there tonight.
But we, you know, we made sure that we was like, nah, we got to pull up on Noochie and you know, just salute him
For sure.
because we genuinely, you know, love what you're doing, loved watching your progression, loved watching you make a pivot, and you know, get closer to doing the amazing things that you were always meant to do. So we definitely
sure.
had to make sure we came by
I
the
appreciate
front porch
that,
and
bro.
kicked it with you, without a
And
doubt.
Just to go back to, I appreciate Rory for having my jump be the sleeper, bro. I show people that shit.
Spilling feelings.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
my shit.
Bro, I show that shit people
Yeah,
all
nah,
the
what
time.
was that, 2019, 18?
18?
I think that might be an 18.
Yeah, 18.
Shit.
I dropped it in December 17. That's when I dropped it. So I think it was like February 18 when you
Yeah.
played it.
No,
But
Spilling Feelings. That was my
I'm
shit.
doing that at the festival, the cannabis festival too. I'm doing that at the festival.
Love that record.
But yeah,
What
but
is the
just
Cannabis Festival?
it's on 420. DC has a national cannabis festival.
Ooh.
It's like Wu-Tang is headliner.
Oh, okay.
Wu-Tang and Redman. With
Okay.
Redman is
Well,
head-
naturally, you
is-
got to have Redman at a Cannabis
for
Festival.
sure. That's the headline. I'm going on. Backyard Band, who I had on here, is me, Backyard Band, and Wu-Tang. That's the.
It's crazy.
There's way more people on there than that, but that's the order on the day that I'm on.
Fire.
Yes,
So,
so
yeah.
dope.
Fire.
And-
Wu-Tang at a front porch would be crazy.
Oh no, it's gonna happen. That's why I gotta go there. I'm gonna holler at him. It's gonna happen. It's gonna,
For that, you
everything
might have
gonna
to.
supposed to.
For that, you might have to take the neighbors out for dinner though.
Oh yeah, nah.
Because if the whole Wu-Tang pull up to this front porch, the neighbors is calling the cops. I'm
Yeah.
letting you know now.
Well, what if we
Raekwon
go?
has to rap on the roof.
Yeah.
What
Fire.
if we go to like if I have Wu-Tang go to everybody's house and like just let them know like, hey, we about to be.
That would be
I'm
hilarious.
gonna give you one even better. What if you have every member of Wu-Tang sitting on different porches out here?
Hey, that'd be crazy. And like the cameras just.
Now we
rolling.
doing something
fire.
different. Now we doing something crazy.
We might dox the whole block, but yeah,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
we doing
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
like
fire.
how many of them is it? 9? It's 9 of them.
I think last time I counted, yeah.
It's 9
yeah, I
of
mean,
them.
recipes ODB. Yeah, about. But they added like 6 more members.
Yeah, it's like the Temptations.
I just seen them last year with Nas. They was on tour with Nas,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and my man Hayes. He was just over here playing with Tweet, and he actually played with Nas the whole tour.
Mm.
Shout out to Hayes. He came out. He killed it with Tweet. People kept saying they didn't know if it was Tweet show or his show in the comments. But
I don't know how
yeah.
Tweet feel about that, but
Nah, I mean that's her drummer, so I know
Yeah,
she
fire.
like it. I mean,
Fire.
they rehearsed that.
yeah,
they knew that. That knew that was happening before it happened.
yeah.
You can answer this politically, and it's fine if you do. But when I saw Anderson Pack House on Apple Music season 2, still haven't even seen season 1 or where to find it. I immediately noticed that it
Don't
looked
set
like.
Noochie up for that. Don't do that.
First of all,
No, listen.
we all love Anderson Pack.
oh, I mean,
Love
one of the
Anderson .Paak.
dopest.
Shout
I'm
out to
not
Anderson
suggesting that he bit anything,
No, he bit
and
it.
I think Pack House is cool.
Yeah,
But the first thing I saw was like, this is Noochie shit. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
yeah.
All I'm gonna say is I love if Anderson .Paak came over here and did it, and I would love to see the reaction
political
when
shit.
he come do it.
Yeah, Noochie.
I mean,
we
it's not
doing-
political.
Noochie, we ain't gonna let you do that. Now
it's
I
okay
just-
to think.
Nah,
To be
I
political.
swear.
We all love Pack. He's one of those.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I'm saying, just me, speaking for myself, I feel like he completely bit that shit, or someone on his team bit it. He
Yeah.
maybe didn't see shit, and someone gave him that idea, and it was like, oh, Pack House, let's do the Front Porch.
I
It
feel
looks way too similar.
Because it could be Pack House and still be inside the crib.
For sure.
There's
to
mad
actually
other
do it
parts of the
outside-
house.
Yeah,
Pack
like-
house really sounds like inside the crib.
Yeah, it do.
It's a packed house.
Yeah, it's a packed
Yeah.
house.
But-
Yeah, it do.
I don't really feel
And
no
like
type
he's
of
from
way about
California. That didn't even really look like a California porch to me. Like,
Well, it's not a real porch. It's a set. That's
course,
That's
but
the
I'm
other part
saying,
that kind of
like-
is like, all right, come on, man.
it. For sure. And
But
that's the
Shout out
that
to
shit
Anderson
look
Pat.
like
We don't want to
Malibu.
seem like we disrespecting Pat because he's dope. But I mean, at the same time, you know, we can look at it and see the Front Porch influence. Let's call it the Front Porch influence.
yeah.
I
And I
would-
guess I'm just saying we've had stuff that we've looked at like, damn, we know they biting off us, but we can never really say it because we just have to be in this ecosystem too. He could be quiet. I'm here to speak for him. I think he bit that whole shit.
Oh no, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
That's all
100%.
I'm saying.
I'm not gonna say that he did it.
But somebody in proximity.
Somebody seen this.
Somebody in proximity.
I
to
say
him.
somebody seen this, and I'm okay with it because I feel like what I'm promoting is quality, and
Yeah.
like I'm a big endorser of quality shit. So if you biting this, and you know what I'm saying, you on a major thing, I'm like, all right, bro, just bring me in as a creative director or some shit
Yeah.
like that. But other than that, like I'm just psyched that to see like, all right, the shit I'm doing is being picked up by the people that I'm inspired by too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would love, like I said, I would love Anderson back came and did it over here just to show him like, all right, this how, you know what I'm saying, when we do it, this how we do it. Because I know it's with Apple Music. I don't know if Apple Music is necessarily us. My whole crew is us.
Yeah.
And we produce some shit by us for us. So, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of the thing. So I feel like when that's involved, that's when you see the difference. It's not really just some shit you can do. I feel like it come from something. Like this wasn't no concept I came up with. This was organically happened. Like I was trying to figure this shit out and just be heard. And now I got the same label I was signed to hit me up to send artists
Yeah.
to come over here.
Look at that.
So it's just a different point of view. It's a different look at it. Like what they say, when they try to copy you, that's the biggest form of flattery.
Yeah. Imitation.
Imitation.
I never subscribed to that, but that's just me.
I'm kind of with you, Mo. I never really.
Imitation
So what's the
like
biggest
that.
form of flattery?
Paying me. Send that
A
bread.
fair deal.
Send that pack.
Yeah.
That's
Giving me my value
I'm
when you want
flattered.
to use
you
my
send
shit.
me $100 million, I'm flattered. Dog. You don't even know how flattered I am. You said $100 million? I'm flattered,
We
dog.
can keep
This is-
flirting if you want.
Yeah, like, yo, fam, I'm so flattered. 100? Oh, man, I appreciate you. Yeah, don't copy me. Nah, that's the biggest form I'm about to get punched in your face. That's what that is. I never subscribed to that. Like, it's a lot of them things that I'm just like, I never subscribed to that. But
Yeah.
I get it.
And again, like when we've been in that situation, sometimes you look nuts, and we know Anderson Paak's come up and like what it took for him to get where he is. I'm sure if he saw this platform, he would fully respect it.
Anderson is
But
a goat.
somebody at Apple Music saw this shit
somebody-
and was like,
somebody.
"Ooh, I have an idea."
Yeah. Somebody.
No,
saw it.
somebody seen this.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't. This was the one I just seen was 10 days ago. We've been doing this. This is a year.
Yeah.
This is the year. The year anniversary is a week from now. When I put the first one that was produced like this out.
Fire.
Like no guess, just the first one we shot with this format, and like we just dropping them weekly.
yeah.
It'll be a whole year of us dropping this weekly, 52 episodes
Mhm.
a week.
Mhm.
So that'll be next week. And now it's like, okay, it's time to elevate. The
Yeah.
following's there.
Yeah.
We didn't got the media coverage. Like we've been on every news channel. We done
Mhm.
been on. I done been reached out by different platforms that I ain't even been on yet. That's just trying to make it the right thing, which I'm cool with. Like I 100% wanted to be the right thing, but I'm like, okay, now it's like, all right, how do we grow it?
Yeah.
What's next level? And now I feel like that's where I'm entering. But also, I still feel like this side of it hasn't reached where I wanted to reach at. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like the artist that's coming right now, like that's tight. But it's like, okay, I wasn't even expecting them. Like y'all have helped me get artists that I wasn't even thinking about, and from just making this happen.
Yeah.
But now it's like, all right, I can put my DJ hat on. I can get in the Serato. I can get in my bag right now. Like, okay, we a thing. I can reach out to people. People reaching out to me. I don't even have to like do nothing right now. Like, let me just make sure that when they come over here, it's the same quality that it made them want to come over here.
Right.
And it's the same, you know what I'm saying? Make this shit feel like it's their house when they come over here.
This is
That's it.
this is just what happens when you keep it organic, man. Like, you know, it takes a little more time for it to bloom and to grow, but once it does, you appreciate it even more because you actually know what it took and the time and the patience that you put into it for it to become what it is now. And you got some names already locked in for upcoming episodes that are incredible artists. So I think what you're doing, Noochie, man, this is again, you should just said a year, Front Porch. This is just the beginning for what you're building, what you and the team got going on. And I'm excited to watch where y'all take it. I'm excited to see what the next 365 days look like for all of y'all. Because this is absolutely incredible, and it's something that, you know, just growing up, all of us have did things like this, sitting on the porch, kicking it, and, you know, listening to music in the yard, cooking out. So for you to do what you're doing and taking it to where you take it, I think is some of the most organic and real cultural thing that we have going on in the YouTube community right now.
I appreciate that, man, because that was definitely the goal.
Yeah,
it was just like, bro, just be us. I ain't really trying to.
Gotta be
I'm not
us.
trying
Gotta
to do
keep
shit
it
I
us.
don't want to do, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
we ain't
I don't
doing
wanna
them
be
days.
one
Is
of them,
over
like,
with, man.
I'm seeing it. You're seeing it play out like in real time right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm not want to be one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's cool. Like I'm kind of happy it's happening just for like the people that's coming up now,
Mm-hmm.
just to see like, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. Just I don't, you know what I'm saying? It look
Mhm.
cool,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, you gotta live with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You gotta live with the decisions you made.
Absolutely.
And that's where I feel like this transcends. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm not. If I wasn't fucking with you before this,
I thought you was about to take us somewhere else.
Yeah.
If I wasn't fucking y'all, I'd say, damn, Nooch, I don't know where you took us just now, but okay.
if I wasn't fucking with you before this,
Yeah.
you know what
And
I'm
if I
saying?
wasn't fucking you before this, don't call my phone now. I'm
Both.
on that type of shit too. Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
If I wasn't fucking with you before this,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not, nah. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Not to say that or the door is closed of opportunity reaching out to me if I don't know you.
Right.
But like if you know,
Yeah.
if you know,
They
you
know-
what I'm
they
saying?
know who
Like,
you
all
talking
right,
to.
If
Yeah.
you know that you done had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to at
Mhm.
least open the leave the back door open and you
Yeah.
move the
Crack the
little wood
window a
out the
little
door,
bit. Yeah.
and you let all the shit close because you knew I was coming.
Right.
Then like, all right, nah, this ain't, you know what I'm saying?
This
That's
ain't
who
for
that's
you.
for. Like
Yeah.
if I ain't fucking with you, then I ain't fucking with you. But
Right.
other than that, I do see this as something that's embracive of us.
Mm-hmm.
And like even like I said, with like some of the acts we get, like they might not be the most prevalent in social media right now, but it's like when you come over here, the combination of us and you, good music and the social media
Yeah.
aspect of it and the quality aspect of it, the production and the content creation and all that,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Before we do wrap up, we have to have some actual like front porch talk. Pick a side. Kendrick, Cole, Drake. Pick a side right now.
As
Don't think
some-
about it. Pick a side. Can't say you love all three.
Like who's gonna win, or like who I'm rooting for?
Let's go with both.
Yeah. Who you rooting for?
Who I'm rooting for?
Yeah. Like who as an artist, as a writer, who do you, looking at the whole landscape of it, who do you feel like?
I felt like such a loaded as an artist, as a writer.
No, but
A
you're
writer.
Yeah, you're a writer. These
As a
gentlemen-
writer, who
these
do you
gen-
think?
Because they cursed me out, and we did a Twitter space the other day, and one of the things they said was, Kendrick has a Pulitzer, and I was like, cool, but like this is still rap. Like, I mean, I get he's a great writer, so you're a writer. As somebody that understands what it takes to, you know, pen ideas and metaphors and things like that and lyrics, who do you look at and say, nah, he's the one that's going to prevail and come out on top of this?
This is such like a fucked up topic because
Why? It's hip hop.
No, when it comes to that question,
Okay.
because I feel that way about everybody in question. Because when it comes to like somebody might not even include Future in that conversation as much as I would,
Yeah.
because I feel like can't nobody do what Future could do,
Mm-hmm.
can't nobody do what Drake could do,
Right.
can't nobody do what Cole could do,
Mm-hmm.
can't nobody do what Kendrick could do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all have their own thing.
I think there's
But when
somebody
it
that
come
can
to
do what
this-
Kendrick does, but that's another conversation.
I ain't mad at that.
I mean,
But I feel
Drake
like
did come
Ken-
out and say, if I would have stayed on some conscious shit, I would have all of your fans.
You could say that. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe some validity to that, but you ain't do it. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know when Kendrick dropped, it's a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole, you gotta sit and pay attention. Like even as we're doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
just because he did that one.
He demands attention.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
So it's like I can't act as though the thing sometimes is like his is not as entertaining as a Drake or as a Future, or like when it comes to like You mixing skill and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's why he came out. He came just now.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about where this situation could go. Because, I mean, at this point, when we're recording it, we've only heard Kendrick's jabs. I don't even think it's a real diss. Just a little light check the temperature. None of that shit matters right now. I think Drake is criminally underrated as far as a rapper. But his accolades don't matter here. What Kendrick does as a writer, like Mal said, the Pulitzer shit, that's great. That doesn't matter in this arena.
Yeah.
Cole and his fan base and everything he's done, I think he's on a tear right now. Doesn't matter. Everything gets put to the side now. This is the purest form. This is literally like, let's line up in the street and we're going to race to that tree. And whoever gets there first is it.
This might be the most exciting
Nobody gives a
thing
fuck
for
about
me.
anything else.
This might be the most exciting thing for me, like as a student of the game and a student of like these guys for so long, just to see like, all right, what y'all gonna do? Cause like we done seen Jay, we seen Kanye, we seen Wayne, we seen them like they could drop some stuff right
Nas.
now, and then Nas, them, we could see it be, they could drop right now and it matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all in the same position as them when it comes to like holding the torch and like what y'all gonna do with it. Like, so now it's like this shit is in y'all court at this point of like how we gonna do it, because we've been waiting for somebody to be in that same realm, but we ain't really let nobody up there yet. And y'all can still do it. Y'all still got the records, as you can see. The world done stopped a little bit just to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. What y'all gonna do? And I'm just excited for it. Cause I want to hear the music it produce. I want to hear them three hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't got y'all rich as fuck. Y'all ain't got no reason to be hungry.
Right.
Y'all got the accolades. Y'all got all that shit. Y'all ain't got no reason to be hungry outside of competition between each other.
Yeah.
So it's like this shit is exciting, and not to say like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to see nobody perish or like, oh, this is the end of.
That's
impossible.
Thank God this is clearly
That's impossible to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not happening out of this.
But even career wise, that's impossible to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that too. Like the three of them will be fine.
Absolutely.
No matter how this goes.
But music wise, as a fan of all three, four for real, because Future's in it too.
I mean, I think the five.
Future went crazy.
The other two to me are Future and Nicki.
Oh, Nicki. Yeah, Nicki's in it for
If
sure.
the five that we're talking about, if we're doing the big three.
But
I
when
think it's
Nicki's in
Future
it,
and
she
Nicki.
adds other people in it too. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, that five no more. Because now she's not going against Cole. She's not talking shit against Kendrick. She's not going against Drake or Wayne or any of them. She's going against.
She's bringing others.
Yeah.
She's
She's bringing others
into
up
that.
for real.
Yeah.
She's
right.
almost Nicki. She's a gateway. At this
sure.
come on,
Absolutely.
she's a GOAT for
Yeah.
sure. I've been asking all my rapper friends behind the scenes this question. If you were Drake, what's your strategy? If you're Cole, what's your strategy? As a rapper, what would you do in this situation?
Do they talk to each other?
Absolutely.
I think all three of them speak to each other. I think Cole and Kendrick speak to each other a lot.
I don't
I'm talking
know.
about after this.
Oh yeah, I think
Like
after
right
thi-
now.
I think after this, after all of this plays out in the next, I'll say 2 years, I see them going on the tour together.
Yeah.
I see all three of these gentlemen going on the tour. I see them doing. I could see them this really being the first hip hop tour where we see three real rappers in a stadium. I could see this going to soccer stadiums.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
could
you
see
there.
it.
I don't
Okay.
think Drake and Kendrick are ever gonna be cool.
I think them beefing would actually make them become friends.
They've
I-
been,
they-
like,
I don't
beefing
think they
the
were
whole
ever
time.
really that
you
cool.
You got to
I
get the
think now
respect of
this-
somebody. Like, you know, when you go to a new school and you see who the coolest guy in the school is, and now you come there and girls start giving you some attention, and automatically you see him feeling away. You like, at some point, me and homie gonna have to get it on. But it's not gonna be a thing where we beefing for all 4 years of high school. We gonna become cool. We gonna get it on, but then after that, we gonna be cool.
I don't think they were ever really that cool. They were just on some
It was
business
respect.
Yeah,
It was
like
respect.
back and forth. They never even really tried to hang out, whatever.
But it was like,
I think this would
want him.
actually
Yeah.
bring them closer after it's done.
Yeah, it's
Now-
hip hop, man.
It's been
Okay,
a long
but
time,
but do
though.
you go out the like as a rapper? Kendrick didn't say anything over the line. Like he didn't say anything that I guess would warrant Cole or Drake jumping out the window on some disrespectful reply. But you still a rapper and you called me out, so the gloves are still off. If I'm Drake or Cole, do I take it there?
My thing is this: it's like the level that they on. It's like it's so much shit that we probably can't even we're not even privy to.
Absolutely.
I mean,
it's
well,
like-
that's why I'm
That's why
excited.
That's
So
why
it's
it's
like-
gonna
Because
be
I
fun
think
to watch.
these three dudes are gonna gossip like girls about everything
what I'm
behind the
saying.
scenes
It's
they've been
like-
waiting to say.
It's so much stuff we not even privy to that it's like when you have to be on that level to even understand or comprehend. Like when
Absolutely.
Kanye was going off on Sway, like you don't understand.
Yeah.
You don't have the answers.
And if
bro.
you look at that interview now, it makes so much sense.
oh no, that's on strap.
Like what Kanye was saying in that
I was
interview,
off
it's
the
like,
shrooms
oh, yeah.
watching that jump,
Yeah.
and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with Sway? Like, why is he playing with this? Like, this man has done all this shit.
Yeah.
The same with it was like a Charlamagne interview too. He was like, we want to hear you rap. We don't want to wear your clothes. We don't want to see that. I'm like, how the fuck can you tell somebody that has been like so
Right.
innovative and influential that they can't do this too?
Yeah.
When you just a voice at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
to say that that's all they are now, but at the time, that's what that was.
Mhm.
You telling somebody that's like that goals and
That
aspirations
has a vision.
that they can't do it.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, I think didn't Kanye go back and laugh and be like, nah, Sway did have the answers after he.
I mean, because
But-
doing it yourself is right, but you have to get to a level where you could do it
That's
yourself.
so misleading. Like,
Yeah.
and I love everybody that pumps the independent wave, do it yourself, this and that. That's not made for everybody.
No.
Like,
For sure.
and if you're getting to a level of Kanye when he's dealing with like factories in China
For
and
sure.
like real shit, nah, Sway. I'm not talking about pressing up T-shirts. Like,
yeah.
I'm talking about stock value
Mhm.
in a company. Yeah, I need to go through Adidas first. I can't do this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go through that process. So Kanye was right. Even back, Sway, you don't have the answers yet. Bro,
Right.
I'm trying to eventually be a whole manufacturing company. I'm trying to compete with Nike and Adidas.
Yeah.
I got to partner
sure.
with them first and figure this shit out.
Learn the
I'm
game.
from Chicago. I don't know how the fuck a factory in China works.
Yeah.
Tell you. And that's how I said, that's how this started, bro. I didn't understand the label game 100%.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just do something that makes sense for me right now, but I don't want to fucking, you know what I'm saying, succumb to the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Let me do what makes sense right now until I figure it out all the way. But like I see, you know what I'm saying, independence is the thing. Shout out to a nigga like LaRussell. Shout out to
Yeah.
LaRussell.
Shout out to LaRussell,
Because,
man.
you know what I'm saying, I've spoke with him just on this because I'm like, all right, it's only so many people that's in this realm now of artistry, and you know what I'm saying, we have to understand the content creation of it too, because like people expect the artist to be so many things. You're not just coming up with bars.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's not it. You gotta have everything. You gotta understand the shit. You gotta understand how everybody else understands. You gotta have the content. You gotta know how to post. You gotta know what to say. You gotta go in the room, work the room right. You gotta
Mhm.
go to the club and talk to the DJ right. You gotta
Mhm.
know the strippers. You gotta talk to the
You gotta
to
know the
the
strippers.
you
for
gotta
sure.
bro,
not
it's
wrong.
everybody. You gotta know everything of this shit. So it's like there's no way for you to just be coming into this with like aspirations of me getting signed to a label no more.
Yeah.
It's impossible for that just to be the goal.
Mm.
You gotta be able to like, man,
Those days is over.
you gotta look around you and identify who around you is in the same shit as you, or understand what you got going on, or understand where we at with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then y'all gotta make this shit shake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it. Cause I'm like, I think about it like in like the Red Dead Redemption era of life, where
Okay.
like it's the Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's in the town is a last name of somebody's. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
This is Johnson and Taylor's
Right.
tailoring
Mm-hmm.
suits and shit like that. This is
Mhm.
the horse stable or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
This is where the grocery at. It's somebody's last name.
Right.
So you have no choice
Mm-hmm.
but to make your own shit.
Right.
So I feel like we kind of removed from it in the economy, or like just the, you know what I'm saying, the way the world done went. But when it come to the basis of shit,
Mm-hmm.
that's how, you know what I'm saying? If it went back to nothing,
Right.
that's how it would have to be.
Right.
You would have to make your malls
It's
shit,
your name.
Rory shit. You
Yeah.
would have to new shit.
Put your
I
name
have
on
our
it.
own
Stand by it.
business
Yeah.
Yeah.
that goes down our family's generation
Mm-hmm.
forever. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why in my head, that's how it has to be too,
Mhm.
because you can't just come and be a I don't say a victim, but a victim of the TikTok mentality where it's
Yeah.
like one thing is going to do it.
Mm.
Like it's not it. One thing, no. Like I would hate if one thing did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get bored with it.
I would hate if one thing did it.
Mm-hmm.
I love to hear that you spoke with LaRussell, and I think that speaks to his character as well, because he
For
was
sure.
definitely one of the innovators with doing just shit at the crib and making it pop and just bringing the neighborhood in and everything.
Mm-hmm.
To hear that y'all spoke gives me even more hope. Like, everyone is, even if we are competition, like going back to the Drake, Cole, and Kendrick shit, everyone is competition. We all trying to compete and be the best that we can. But that does not mean that we all can't help each other out, give advice where it is. Like, we all go through different things. So it's helpful to have someone else to speak to give a different perspective at any time. Like,
for sure.
We all in the same fight of
help
independence.
Yeah.
We all in the same game of being independent and doing things our way and understanding, like you said, putting our name on it, standing behind it, always making sure we present quality first and not compromising integrity and things like that. So to know that conversations like you and LaRussell are happening behind the scenes is that's like powerful conversation.
For sure.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's similar to like me coming up and like us just, you know what I'm saying, social media wasn't as strong as it was now, but to know that Kendrick and Cole like had a relationship before the fame, Drake and Cole had a relationship, like that's how I look at that.
Kendrick and Drake had a relationship.
For sure, all of
You know what I mean?
all of them. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it like, all right, you know what I'm saying? At some point, somebody gotta be next. You know what I'm saying? That's
I like
that's
it,
how
man, because
that's how I look at it.
yeah, because they've all gone different ways, and they've grown and they've become the powerhouses that they are, and it's like, okay, now it's time for us to kind of like, y'all keep saying the big three. It's like, all right, but where do we fall in that big three though? And I think that's just the stance that Kendrick took. Like, listen, we all feel like we the best. We all feel like we the greatest. It's time for us to display that, go at each other. Like I said, this is hip hop. This is sport, competition. But after all of that is said and done and we had that moment and we get those bars and we get those, those songs and those records, I think those gentlemen come together and give the culture one of the greatest and biggest tours that we've ever seen.
Okay. I look at that like that's LeBron, Steph, and KD.
Yeah.
That's like that.
Yeah.
But somebody gotta be Ja, Luka,
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta be them. So
Yeah.
that's them conversations with me and LaRussell.
Yeah.
That's what them is.
Right.
Like, somebody gotta be that.
Right.
Somebody and it's like, all right, who better than niggas that's doing it on their own?
Exactly.
Fuck what everybody talking about. Fuck what the industry says. Fuck what the public feel like it's supposed to be like. All right, we're gonna do how we feel like we supposed to do this shit with the people that we came up with and see how this shit go.
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at that. I feel like they doing what they supposed to do as the elder statesman.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfucking when it come to, you know what I'm saying, to next.
Yeah. The next generation.
That's where all right, you gotta understand the independence and the content creation and the level we at right now. So that's why I feel like we gotta figure out what's next. And that's where them conversations is going.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
So Nooch, man, we glad to have come by the front porch.
See, got food pulling
Sound
up.
Cookie got Uber Eats pulling up.
I was trying
to figure out,
This is the most
organic shit ever.
Yeah, man.
I was like, who the fuck beeping the horn while we in the middle of the podcast?
Yo, don't forget the straws. You heard? They like to keep the straws in the cup holder.
Check the order before he leaves.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Noochie, we appreciate you for having us on the front porch.
Yeah.
Man, I
We
appreciate
definitely got to
y'all.
have you come by. My Karma is beautiful.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'd love to do something
For
together and make it happen. And proud of you. Want to continue to watch you, do what you do on Front Porch. Take it to new levels, new heights. Happy 1 year anniversary to you and the crew.
Thank you, man.
And
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. This is dope. This is beautiful. And this is Front Porch.
Thank you, man.
I'm Maul.
I'm Rory.
And that's Noochie,
We
Front
live
Porch.
from the front porch, y'all.
Live for the Front Porch.
Boy, free booby, man.
Peace.
Want me to do, want me to be by myself. Told me forget about you, told me to look for some help. And I thought it was right until the ticket turned left. When you left me all alone. Here I am again, back where I started. Always too late when we feel it the hardest. Sooner or later you gon' feel it regardless. Pour out some liquor for my dearly